All right, guys, how on a day? Welcome back to Gospel News. We still they bring on an update on as it take the go. Now, on the latest info here that we have, few days to the inauguration of the president-elect to become the president proper for the for Nigeria as a country. They say that the IGP, which is the Inspector General of Police, has come out by himself, not just making it as a written statement, but also oral, cautioning Peter Obi and his supporters. To be specific, he never mentioned about the lives of Atiku on this matter. He said that Peter Obi and his supporters are the main opposition who are challenging Tinubu's inauguration and his victory in court, plus other guys, that which means that they are using to make a stop for the inauguration of Tinubu and calling for interim government. He warned that such act will attract arrest and the person no go find them easy. Say Peter Obi, excuse me. He said that Peter Obi risks being, what they call himself? He risks being arrested if he continues to call or disturb the incoming president, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has fled the country to receive injection in another Obodo country to make sure say they swear him in. No be small matter. Now in they happen, so say this country, good. Good for everybody, body. And these are the things that we are ever since they told Peter Obi to go to court. And he went. We never drink water drop cups. Since that time, Mona so threat. They come from all angles every day. They threaten Peter Obi with arrest. They are just looking for any slight opportunity or mistake. They will pick him up. And Peter Obi has also been smart enough to avoid all these their traps within the set give them. And that's why we have been telling these people, we have been telling Peter Obi as our own brother say, oh God, that place where they go, so road no day. This Nigeria is irreparable and fraud. Instead, Peter Obi told us he went to the general public to tell them that Biafra has died. Say, I don't know whether I ain't kill the Biafran spirit. Peter Obi, that statement, you never go down well, low. You better repent before it go red for you, because this country, when they think say you won't go repair, I must become Nigeria's president. These people, when they see so, the cabals will be like, not in your lifetime. Over their dead body. But as far as say they never die now, I know sure say, justice go prevail. Watch as IGP wants Peter Obi and his collaborators against plot to derail Tinubu's inauguration on May 29. They don't want them. He said they go arrest them if they make noise. And then our brother, where they call Sheikh Husani here, will be this man, we open mouth, like person we want to swallow something. He said, thank God, this Okonkonyano Gorena Sorok didn't call Hida before her win. And I say, yeah, we agree with you. To say Buhari don't call that girl when cook. So if you say Buhari don't call him, wala for boss out to the girl for even get tired or faint. Why? Making that cooking competition, that cookathon, if I get tired, because everything about Buhari brings about failure. Maybe we hear the video where the IGP made this statement and said that anybody we go disturb, say go collect woto. Peter Obi, sorry you. This Nigeria is not for you. Make God no allow them. Let's watch the video.
To address some critical security issues that have of late dominated the internal security space with potentials of threatening our democratic order. Following the successful conclusion of the 2023 general elections, it has been observed that some major political actors that the outcome did not favor have been issuing public threats that are directed at instigating actions to frustrate the presidential inauguration ceremony on the 29th of May. The Nigerian police and the national intelligence community have been closely monitoring the activities of these political elites, as well as other elements who have formed themselves into unpatriotic brands, whose only fantasy in recent times and undemocratic means to truncate our democratic heritage in advancement of their narrow personal political considerations. The beauty of democracy lies not just in the freedom of citizens to freely exercise their franchise in the electoral cycle. It is also hinged on the right of aggrieved political actors to submit grievances on the electoral outcome to the judicial process for consideration.
Okay.
The credentials of a true democrat must therefore be measured by his or her level of patriotism and willingness to manifest the culture of submitting to rule of law, peace, democratic values, and the judicial process.
Values.
These are integral and critical components of the political process. It is also expected that a true democrat will subsume his or her personal political ambition under overriding national security and democratic interests of the country. Unfortunately, the public utterances of some political actors and their current attempts at inciting public protest with a view to creating national tension ahead of the presidential swearing-in ceremony do not only negate these values, but they are also manifestly subversive, undemocratic, unconstitutional. Having submitted their political grievances to the judicial process, it remains concerning that some of the political gladiators are still bent on engaging other extrajudicial means to advance their interests in a manner that questions their overall intention as well as patriotic and democratic credence which they project. Ladies and gentlemen, the imperative of peace in our national life cannot be overemphasized. Sustenance of peace and security is even more expedient at this stage in our national democratic transition. Consequently, while the Nigeria police, in synergy with other security agencies and the intelligence community, continues to closely monitor the activities of these political elements, it has become expedient to make some clear statements. Firstly, the Nigeria police hereby sternly warn all political actors with subversive agenda and their collaborators, to particularly their foot soldiers, who they are exposing to political radicalization and extremism, to henceforth jettison their ongoing premeditated attempt to create tension within the national space with the intention to derail in the May 29, 2023 presidential inauguration ceremony. Secondly, such persons, regardless of their political affiliation, who continuously engages in acts that are inimical to our nation's democratic and security interests, should not be in doubt on the firm determination of the Nigeria police under my watch to closely collaborate with the law enforcement family and the intelligence community to defend our democracy, keep the internal security order stable, and optimally deploy our common unique assets towards guaranteeing the successful conduct of the presidential inauguration ceremony. Thirdly, we note that the inauguration ceremonies at all the national and state levels of government are a critical constitutional requirement for the sustenance of our political order as a nation, and the Nigeria police is duty and legally bound to defend our democratic heritage and closely police the constitutional processes. Consequently, I assure the citizens that our loyalty to our democratic and political order remains firm and unwavering. We will defend our democracy at all costs. The 29th May 2023 date for the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is tasked optimally and manifestly. Anybody that stands in the way will be identified, promptly isolated, and brought to deserve justice in the overriding interests of our national security and stable political order. Consequently, citizens are encouraged to be mindful of the antics of political elements who may want to manipulate their political passion to advance parochial, undemocratic, and unconstitutional objectives. They should resist such, go about their lawful businesses, and prepare to be part of the government advancement of our democratic journey as patriotic citizens by freely participating in the inauguration ceremonies, assured that Nigerian police have acquired adequate assets to guarantee their protection. They are also encouraged to promptly report any attempt by these misguided political elements to infiltrate their ranks and engender political tension in the country for appropriate law enforcement response. The international community is similarly encouraged not to be swayed by the ill-informed action of unpatriotic political actors who may be creating false and red flag through the social media. They are assured that our democracy remains firmly on course, the country's security order remains suitable, and the presidential inauguration will hold as scheduled under a very peaceful atmosphere. On a conclusive note, I wish to particularly appeal to the media practitioners to also be swayed of the intents of these political gladiators and resist the urge to deploy their credible media outlets to advance their destabilization plots. Nigeria remains our national heritage, and working together, we should continue to advance and place her interests over and above parochial, personal, or group interests. I thank you all for attendance and pray.
All right, una don see am say IGP don warn Peter Obi and all the Obidients, in short, say any move we dem go make, say any calling for interim government and all that, say they go collect woto from them, say na straight jail, na they go give them. Even Peter Obi now sef the matter don shock am. Mona, let me know what you they think concerning this matter, so as it don't read for the Obidients inside this country. Tinubu self will be say the one swearing, we never even see him. He's missing, currently missing in Obodo Ibo. Buhari, I know shall say don't come back. Where they say he go remove meat, we blocking teeth after he go Prince Charles III coronation for the United Kingdom. So the Russia enter hospital because of teeth problem in go through bone for that ceremony. Anyways, I'll come back with more update. Come tell on as he take the go. Stay tuned.